In the old days, when I joined, it was absolutely map and compass.
We did not have cell phones or any GPS electronic devices. This is my first GPS, the basic compass with a magnifying glass, and I got that when I was in the Scouts. You live by map and compass, night and day, rain, snow, or shine.
We actually had plasticized maps that we could take out in the field with us so that they wouldn't disintegrate in the rain or the bad weather. With map and compass, it was difficult, it was a skill. So knowledge of the terrain was imperative. You needed to have walked the land, you needed to know the trails, and that's the way it was done before the GPS.
We didn't have any decent maps. We had the federally issued 92G South Special. It was so bad, it was actually dangerous because it showed contour lines that were totally false. And canyons existed in the middle of the night in a snowstorm on the east side of Seymour Mountain that did not show up in the map, but they'll kill you if you go into the canyon blind by stepping off into the darkness. So we decided 3 years later, we produced our own map data with the assistance of triathlon mapping, Steve Robertson and a few other key people who understood the technology, showed us how to do it, and I and a number of other guys made sure we captured all the trails and bike routes on the entire North Shore from Deep Cove to Howe Sound.
The mapping project at North Shore Rescue started long before I was on the team, very long before I had anything to do with this, before I was born, quite honestly. And it really came from when you go out to search and rescue, especially in really difficult conditions and off-trail terrain, you want to have the best idea of what's around you that you can possibly have. And back when this mapping initiative started, which was probably 40 or 50 years ago, there were some publicly available maps of the area, and a lot of the other knowledge was just in people's brains about where the trails were and how they connected and what features were where.
Jerry had mapped our trails somewhat accurately, Jerry Brewer, but the style of GPS they had to use to get half-decent accuracy was a big backpack with a big round dish antenna looking like a radar system of some kind. And it was very complicated. I never had the pleasure of trying to use something like that, but that's what Jerry and his teammates at the time used to map our trails.
We just ran into some informants. They say we're 10-minute hike from the subject. I'll let you know as soon as we make contact.
The trails data itself was seen as information that you had to keep secret. Metro Vancouver in the watershed, for example, you might imagine that they didn't want this trail information getting out. Garmin had just come up with a new GPS unit that it was a handheld unit now, no more backpack. It was quite a bit more accurate. You could get maybe like plus or minus 10 meters accuracy, which seemed huge at the time. It was running, hiking, biking the trail network, collecting the data. It was primarily me, and I had helpers throughout the team. Over a couple of years, we were able to map pretty much every trail on the North Shore again, and develop a new team map.
When I joined more officially in 2020, we hadn't had an updated map since 2018 from the District of North Vancouver. And so my first task was to get all the data and get the maps from the District of North Vancouver and make all the changes.
David Albert LeBron joining our team has been huge. It's his forte, it's what he does as a GIS technician, and it's taken us to the next level in our navigation and mapping.
Something that I added to the maps right when I first joined, which was also a big game changer, was all of the avalanche terrain assessment, which before wasn't really part of our maps.
So we know kind of at a high level like what the danger of going into certain terrain in the winter is. We have an understanding of if it's simple or complex or challenging terrain.
Another part of the puzzle, if so to speak, when I joined, this concept of, hey, it would be really great if we could track people out in the field and have all the members using a single app.
So I'm just confirming their location.
Tracking where the searches are. And that's where the app called Sartopo came in.
These guys are just off trail.
So as soon as a search and rescue call comes in, one of the very first questions our search managers ask is, where is this? Where is this person?
Onto the Baden Powell.
And once they have the location, they open a digital copy of our map on a program we like to use called SAR-Topo. So they open the map and they plot the coordinates, or they take a look at the area that they have. And they put that on the map, and as soon as they put that location on the map, everybody on the team can actually open their phone or their computer and see the map that was just created and see the location and start to get a sense of what gear they might need or what kind of search or rescue it might be.
But now we've got a revised ping. I think they're actually on the east side. They're basically saying they can see this big metal net.
And then they're using that same map to navigate. And they can actually record their location onto the map, provided you have cell service. You can see where your teammates are and see where you are in real time. And the search manager, again, if you have cell service, the search manager at the base can actually find where you are in real time and provide helpful instructions.
And this was a huge game changer for the whole team, because now it not only meant that you had everybody using the same map on their device, but it also meant you could keep track of where the helicopter was, if it was inbound, if it was nowhere to be seen, how far away your teammates were, if there's multiple teams searching an area. And it also helps everybody have a rough idea of where maybe the subject location is if we have coordinates specific for that search.
The search managers running the call can see exactly kind of where everybody is at all times, and it'll draw a track so we can see areas that have been covered. It's actually pretty amazing. And then at the end of a call, we can package that up, especially in cases of calls where we weren't able to locate somebody.
So all these lines here are where we've walked, as well as where search dogs have walked. These cold cases, they're always in the back of our minds. It's frustrating to us that we haven't found somebody, that we're search and rescue, we're meant to find people.
We can actually show the family or show the RCMP or the task agency, look, this is how many people we've had out, this is all the areas that we've been able to cover.
SAR-Topo also allows us to coordinate with our neighboring agencies. So we've got a shared group between ourselves and many other local teams in the Southwest BC region. So it means that if Whistler Search and Rescue requires our assistance for, say, a night helicopter operation, they can actually open a map in our shared group, put a location in, we can track in that same map, and everybody sees all of the updates coordinated in real time. We have a bunch of spots on the North Shore we want to do some remapping of.
Ready to go?
After you, Bez.
All right.
We have special North Shore rescue maps that our team of volunteers develop. We've created and maintained our own inventory of trails and access routes and water crossings and everything we need to access the North Shore really safely and efficiently.
Many things were added to the map that have been very, very helpful, whether it be trail markers, or recently we added all of the ski runs to our map.
We go and we hike the trails and we look at new data sources like Strava heat maps and OpenStreetMaps and see if they're good trails that we want to add to our maps. A big recommendation we have for the public is to make sure that they have a high quality map available offline on at least one phone in the group, or better yet, a GPS. So there's absolutely good maps out there that can be used and should be used by the public, but our maps have a little something extra or special for our needs. We keep it up to date so we don't have to go route find and stumble around in the dark to find people.
I definitely feel proud to be part of NSR. NSR is a huge group within the community, and it's great to feel like you're part of that. You're part of that community.
We're tracking on SAR-Topo too, so we'll keep an eye on you.
I see it now on my phone.
Yeah, it makes me very proud to be part of this bigger picture.
Power is good.
Okay. You can start your climb straight up.
Okay, coming up.
And they're just coming up. Right, and I got them at the door here. Hey, there you go.